today we're going to do a different project, still with vinyl. We're actually going to do an HTV, which is heat transfer vinyl, and it is going to be on Army font, which is supposed to look like the MASH show, MASH. This is actually going to be put on some scrubs for a local school, and they're doing a presentation and they're basing it around that theme. So what you want to do is you want to have your heat press on at 275 degrees for 30 seconds. Now, whenever you use heat transfer vinyl with your Cricut, you actually have to turn the mirror on, and you have to put this side, which is the pattern side, down when you cut it. So it does make it a good bit more confusing, but still basically easy to work with. And one thing about HTV is, you see how easy this pulls apart? It's a lot easier than normal vinyl or any other thing you can cut with Cricut. I find this to be the easiest thing to peel off, because normally it peels off all in one piece and you don't have to really worry about it. So you see, that's actually mirrored, so now you can see it as what it's supposed to look like. Now, whenever you heat press something, you always want to warm up the fabric first. And it also just basically preps the fabric. It makes it a little bit easier too if it's like a weird surface with a lot of wrinkles in it. It does make that a lot easier for it to stick. Okay, now this one is a little bit more complicated because it actually has a seam running down where we are going to place our HTV. So I'm going to show you how to double check on that. And that was just my Cricut saying it was ready to go. So wet, just so needy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to rearrange my camera, and then we are going to get started. Okay, now I've tried to set up the camera so you can see this is currently our spot where we will be applying the HTV. So we've already warmed it up, and we are going to place it down like this. Just try to make sure it's even. It is sneaky sometimes. Okay, take your Cricut and hit OK, so it will be on for 30 seconds. Now, if you notice, I am putting pressure on it. That's important because pressure helps it get along, so you definitely want to put pressure on it, and you do want to do it for the entire 30 seconds. And we have 10 more to go, so not too shabby. All right. See, it beeps and lets you know, okay, I've done my 30 seconds of work. All right. Now, with all iron-ons, Cricut will tell you that you should do front and back for 30 seconds. A lot of people tell me they don't do this, and that's fine, but I do it because they tell you to do it, and I've not had any problems with it, so I'm going to follow the directions. That's just my nature. And if you notice, I'm also not moving around the Cricut like an iron, because the Cricut Easy Press has the whole bottom surface is completely the same temperature, so you don't have to do that. When you have an iron and you use a regular household iron to do this, then it's a little bit more hard to do because the entire iron is not the same temperature. All right, now the best way to tell when your HTV is completely good to go is you can actually see an imprint of the fabric on the HTV, and that just lets you know that they've officially come together and they're happy and they want to remain together. Now, with that seam, it's running right in the middle. That's a problem for the asterisk and the S. So I'm going to put a little bit more time on that one. because this will be my 4th one. But I've noticed that where that little seam is, stuff has trouble sticking to it. So I'm just going to make sure that it wants to stay with its friends. Okay. Now let's take a look. And a lot of people just kind of peel these off real willy-nilly and just do it super quick, and I'm not that person either. Okay. You see that little asterisk tried to pull up? I knew it was going to do that. Because it wanted to. It wanted to so bad. Alright, a couple more seconds. And I know I just said don't do the ironing thing, but I just did it. But I'm only trying to make sure that asterisk is getting on there because that, see, there we go. Because that seam, you have to make sure you're hitting all the corners of that seam. So, we have it done. I always recommend whenever you do something with heat transfer vinyl, you let it cool completely. Don't fold it, don't do anything like that, just let it cool completely. Normally, I just do it overnight because that seems like a good idea to me. But, got all 4 of these done for a school project. So, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. If you like this video, just hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the little bell icon, and it'll let you know when I post more videos.